What's up, bro?
Up, bruh.
What's up, bro? I guess I'm trying to get back to 2,000 listings.
That's good.
Yes. Uh, John's day off was today, so I think once I've really got his pricing down, he's very efficient at completing drafts, and Michael's very efficient at creating drafts. So, uh, them working together is pretty sweet.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm not that talkative. Somebody needs to drop this thing in here, and I'm just gonna hang out in the background and let everybody else talk.
I'm just opening up all my windows and getting chat open.
You're supposed to be pro. You're supposed to do that before.
Oh my God.
You're so not pro.
I'm not even close.
You're such a rookie.
Ugh. So all of my auctions ended today.
Oh yeah, I saw your boom there.
$606.
That's awesome.
That's really, really good for me.
Yeah, that's good for anyone. If you actually take, let's do the math. Let's do the math here live on the internet for everybody.
Oh
Let's
boy.
say you did that every single day. That's 250,000 almost on the dot.
Yeah, I do not do that every day.
I know, but you could. You know,
Uh,
I'm
it
not
would be
saying
hard.
I'm not saying tomorrow. I'm saying like if you could do it one day, you could do it every day.
Yeah, I mean, I had maybe 50 auctions that ended today.
Oh,
And that's like the majority of it.
yeah.
And they were all Hazel's old clothes. So they're basically all profit at this point. Like I did pay for them, but I paid for them like 3 years ago and she wore them for like a year.
Yeah.
So
No, that's a home run.
yeah, technically speaking, it's mostly profit at this point because we got a lot of use out of them. So
Well, you know what? Even if it's not like profit per se, it's like, and you were like, okay, I'm gonna use this to. I hear an echo.
I'll put my headphones on.
Um, you can use it to rebuy clothing for your kid.
Yeah,
It's like a no. It's like who wouldn't want like $600 back for 50 items of their kids' clothes that they were never gonna wear again or use again?
well, and she doesn't wear like cool vintage anymore, really. So now her clothes are really cheap. She's like, whatever, I just want like something with a unicorn on it from Target.
Yeah, and like she's probably like she's kneeling in the grass and like climbing.
Exactly. So I'm like, I don't want to spend $35 on a vintage dress anymore because you're gonna like tear it up on your scooter now.
Like a couple times, and not just tear up one thing, like tear up everything.
So she has to wear a uniform to school, and the shirt is white. And I'm like, could we not have 6-year-olds in white polo shirts, please? Like, I put a brand new one on her, and then by the time I pick her up, it's like just covered in crap. And I'm not a neat freak, but it just like drives me crazy. I'm like, you can't even get two wears out of this shirt because you look like a little homeless child. Like you should be begging on the street or something.
Yeah, you're not becoming of a society empress.
I remember when I was growing up and I like didn't want to wear like I didn't want to brush my hair or do anything. And my parents were like, but it's a reflection on us. And I was like, no, it's not.
Nobody
And
cares
now
about
I'm
you
like,
anyway.
oh, it totally is.
Yeah. I haven't owned a comb since like 1999.
Well, when I had short hair, I didn't own a comb either.
No, but I told somebody that, and they were like, "That's really weird."
I mean, it makes sense. There's no need for it. I used to love it. I could just like stick my head in the shower and like use like a dime size of shampoo, and then my hair was dry in like 20 minutes.
Have you ever seen one of these bio bubbles?
No, but it's really cute.
It's really cool. It's like a little. You can make it can be an aquarium or a terrarium. You see,
That's
and
awesome.
it's got all the filters and stuff built into it. It's not a very popular product, and I think it kind of flopped. Like
Um,
so. There's just not a lot of them out there. But it's a
Probably because a bunch of kids thought it was really cool, and then the parents realized that they were going to have to do all of the work to take care of it.
maybe it's just not practical either. You know, just not practical. Free shipping? Jeez Louise. $64 with free shipping. This thing is huge.
That's really cool, though.
It's pretty cool. Look at this picture. This is eBay for you. Like guys, like if we're all wondering why Amazon's taking over, it's because of pictures like this.
And look at that shipping. $46 shipping.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, it costs like 18 to $20 to ship this thing.
I mean, ship it fucking Smart Post for, $15. Why is that $46?
I don't know if it would be well, there's two reasons. It's in Lake Orion, Michigan, which is probably in the Upper Peninsula, which is like zone 19. But the other thing is it's a very big box, but they just randomly put in a weight, like
Oh,
it just says economy shipping 46.53. Um, but look at this. It's got a single, oh no, it has multiple images. Okay, that's good. But oh
great
my,
imagery.
Stuff Too Much 2011. I mean, they're just a casual seller. That's what makes eBay cool. But gosh, man, we need some like this needs to stop. This is like it's not 1993 anymore.
I will admit, I occasionally take photos like similar to that.
Yikes!
Not
Similar to
not
that.
quite close. But like a few weeks ago, I found a Polaroid at Value Village, and I was sitting in my car waiting to meet somebody, and I grabbed my IKEA bag, my bright blue IKEA bag, and laid it on my chair next to me, and
Yeah.
took pictures of the camera and posted it, and it sold in like 30 minutes.
So that's okay. Like you made a uniform background though, right?
No, it looked terrible. It looked like I threw it on an IKEA bag.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, damn it.
I mean, there are some things though that are just gonna fucking sell, and it doesn't matter if you photograph it on your bathroom floor or in a light cube.
Krillin says Smart Post ain't doing that $15 shipping anymore.
No,
I
I haven't used it in like a year,
I
so
never use it anymore because I feel like the postal service is more competitive or FedEx is better. It used to be Smart Post had this like middling area, and it feels like that middling area is gone. It just doesn't it doesn't perform very well, and if something gets messed up, you are FUCKED.
that's true. I did ship something with Smart Post and it broke, and Smart Post was like, too bad, so sad.
Well, it's
Like,
not. It's a the if you talk to the postal service, they will tell you to talk to the FedEx, and if you talk to
yep,
FedEx, they'll tell you to talk to the postal service.
that's basically what happened. They're like, how can you prove that it didn't break when it was in the hands of the USPS? And USPS says, how can you prove that it didn't break when it was in the hands of FedEx?
Yeah, it's a total ruse.
And that was it. Lauren, I do Posh, and my sales have been pretty good. But that's because I have two people working on Poshmark for me.
Yeah, you're pumping some dollars into it. What do you think about these Eileen Fisher shoes?
I
Chat in.
think they're fucking horrid, but that's
Damn.
what I think about everything from Eileen Fisher.
Oh, good.
And it's an old lady brand, and it sells really well. I don't think her shoes sell as well as her clothing, but are they new or do they just have the box?
They're new.
I mean, all things considered, you can't really go wrong with like an espadrille wedge, but
What did you call that?
it's an espadrille wedge.
Can you spell that?
I'll type it into chat, it's easier.
I didn't mean live on the internet. I meant, yes. Espadrille wedge.
So espadrille is that like sisal rope sort of material.
Oh, God.
And you know what a wedge is.
Piece of cheese? I don't know shit.
A wedge is the
I can't.
heel.
Yeah, I understand, but I don't understand what makes one hideous and the other not hideous.
I just don't like espadrilles at all. Like I just think they look like wicker furniture.
Yeah,
But some people like them.
it's a well-made shoe. It's certainly a well-made shoe. It's got a nice box. And that weird blue tone is definitely.
It looks like denim-ish.
It's
Ow.
leather. It's
Oh,
leather.
is it? Okay,
Yeah,
yeah, it has like a denim-y look.
it's leather.
But, you know, what size are they?
Uh,
9.5.
nine
Ooh,
and
they're my size. I don't want them.
Do not send those to me.
They're horrible.
Dude. Okay, so there's this amazing picture of that. I know you were watching the cult show on Netflix like me.
Yes.
Um, there's a picture, or it was part of the show or something, and the Sheila woman or whatever, she's wearing a pair of sunglasses. They're exactly like the Tom Fords I sent you, but it's like in 1982.
Oh, were they? I totally missed it.
Yeah, dude, she's like sparking on a pair, like hard, like just
Oh,
flossing a pair
see,
of
that's what
those.
happens because I multitask. So
Oh
I
yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
I wasn't watching the whole thing. I just listened to most of it.
What do you think a pair of these would go for? Espadrille wedge.
Let's see. I will look them up for you. I'm
Oh,
feeling
good.
generous.
Oh, good.
Ooh, wow. Let's see. New. Wow, like 120, 140, 120, 120, tons of 120. Did you get these at the rack?
No, I got these at an estate.
Oh, wow, because it looks like these might be new. Well, like
Yeah,
relatively new, you know.
yeah. It was a store that like went out of business.
I don't see any in that denim blue colored colorway, but it looks like
I have a pair of black ones too.
now that it's spring summer, I would definitely price those at like 120,
What are they?
100 free shipping.
I'll
Or
take.
what, sorry, 100 plus shipping, 120 free shipping, something like that around there.
Oh, that's exactly what I'll do. That's what I just did with the last pair, but it looks like eBay's having weird photo issues again, like, which is normal.
Yeah, those
Photo
look to
issues.
be relatively desirable. So go
Cool.
you.
I have two pairs. I paid 20 a piece, I think.
Yeah, I probably would have paid that.
Just because they were Eileen Fisher, they were new, they had the boxes, you know.
Yeah, her plus size clothing tends to be like the way to go. But her
Yeah.
shoes are very expensive, brand new. I mean, those were probably almost $300, I'm guessing, brand new.
Oh, possibly. Possibly. I don't know. I just bought them because I don't know anything, and sometimes I just buy stuff because I don't know anything.
Well, uh, that was a good gamble.
Yeah, sometimes you just put 20 on black. I'm extra medium. I'm thinner now. Jumbo petite. I don't know what's going on. What's extra medium? Eileen Fisher linen is money. Thank you. I need Lauren to come and work for me for like a week. don't know if I could afford it, but
I don't think she's cheap.
now I know. I just want her to fill my inventory with good stuff for like fill categories that I have no idea about, like women's clothing for like a week. Vintage is hard. I think vintage is really difficult just because
It is.
you gotta find that one person.
Well, there's that, and there's also like this. Well, it's like this with men's too, right? There's this fine line between like vintage that's beautiful and vintage that's ugly, and people want both of those, but what they don't want is very average vintage.
Nope. Yeah, they want something that stands out because they wear vintage to stand out.
Yeah, so it's either stunning and beautiful, or it's that like funky, ugly, weird.
Yeah.
But anything in the middle is not very desirable because you can find that. That means it's like classic, right? And that means you could find it in a modern, you could find that at, Nordstrom for $50.
Exactly. New without the smell of mothballs.
Yeah. So there needs to be something special about vintage, and you have to have an eye for that. I don't think that you just wake up and say, I'm going to sell that and know what's what. Because I get messages from people all day, every day. This was vintage. Is it any good? And 9 times out of 10, it's not.
Oh yeah, 'cause, I mean it's out there.
It's in an abundance. So to find the stuff that's really good and actually worth something takes a lot of work and expertise.
Yeah, clothing in general is abundant. I mean it is.
And I can't teach that. Like
Ooh,
it takes
well,
wanting to learn the style, but it's not easy to just teach it.
yeah, it also not beyond like put up a pair of Jordans a minute ago for like 50, $60 or something, and they sold in like 15 seconds. So I fucked up there. These are Jordan 1 Treks. I think they're cool looking shoes. They're like Michael Jordan's pseudo basketball outdoor hiking shoes.
Those are weird.
They're so weird, and they have like these speckle. They're obviously like they're hiking boot inspired, right? They're called Jordan 1 Treks, and I don't know. I'd wear these if they were my size. I mean, they're not, so I won't. But
Lauren, you do send me pictures of things, but you actually find really cool stuff. Like you send me pictures of stuff that's, I mean, you obviously have an eye. And I think if you have an eye for modern fashion, it's easier to figure out what is interesting and cool about vintage fashion because everything is cyclical.
yeah, look at that. You see that lovely sample? Whew. Whew.
I don't know anything about Nike.
They make shoes.
Yeah, I know. But I don't know what makes a Nike piece desirable versus
So many factors. There,
I
it's like
know.
I mean, there's some shoes that I'm like, why would anybody ever wear this or think it's cool? And they do. So if you're watching this and you're hanging out, because it looks like there's like 20 people watching and 2 people talking. So if you're in the chat, I'm sure like 5 or 6 are trolls. If you're a troll, go sit on go put a piece of dynamite in one of your orifices.
Go play in traffic.
Go play in all the traffic. Find all the traffic. Oh, this is that Louis Vuitton bag. Oh, it does. See, the pictures are. What's up with the pictures?
I was gonna say, I don't see any pictures.
Yeah, they're there. Did you know Uggs makes wedgie?
Yes, those are so ugly.
I know. I'm sorry. I just got them. These came from that Porter lot. There's still some stuff that was like I forgot about a box of it, so it had to get listed. I figure somebody will pay like a couple bucks for them.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know.
They look like they're in good condition.
They're new. They're basically new. God, dude, I've told this guy like 7 times. I don't want to see your gross fingernails. Start burning things down. I'm very nice, but man, when I get pissed, I can be really a tough. I'm not good at when I'm right and I'm pissed. You can't negotiate with me. There's no. You're never gonna convince me of
Those are
anything.
called the hazel wedge.
Oh, look at that. How much do they go for?
That I don't know, but I'll figure it out. Are they actually new or do they just look new?
They're new.
Okay, if they're new, probably about 40 to 50.
Cool. I'm gonna put them at $34.99, but I'm gonna charge for shipping.
Yeah, that's probably a good bet. I don't see any tan ones like yours listed right now.
Cool.
Yeah, there are none. So
Hopefully somebody needs a pair of tan ugly shoes.
I saw Roberto pop in and then leave.
Who's Roberto?
Rob.
Who?
Rob.
Oh, Bob. Bob? Who
Bob?
is Bob?
Krillin?
Oh, Rob?
Yeah, Roberto.
What do you call him,
I don't
Roberto?
know. I don't know.
That's a ridiculous name for
Maybe that's his actual name, and then wouldn't you feel bad?
Roberto. No, I never feel bad.
I was gonna say you never feel bad ever about anything.
Never, ever, ever. Stephanie, I bought this knife from Stephanie. It is so murdery.
Ooh, that is ultra stabby.
It's so stabby. It's so sharp.
Ooh.
And
Oh,
so
that's
sharp.
nice.
It's really a cool, nice piece. I bought two from her and I sold one so I could keep the other one. This is a pretty cool knife. I don't know what it'll go for, but I'm gonna ask $100 for it. And let somebody make me an offer. No idea. Case makes pretty amazing knives. I have a pretty serious collection of Case kitchen knives. Or just let go. I just let a bunch of kitchen knives go back to my inventory. Like I some of them I'll kind of like requisition for the kitchen. But sometimes I have to. Man, I'm very low energy tonight. I apologize.
Are you tired or?
Yeah, I'm tired. I'm tired. Things have been really busy. This is a beautiful honing steel. The wood handle. I love knives. And murder.
See, I love murder, but I don't know much about knives.
I love murder.
I mean, I don't love murder, but
I was kidding. You weren't.
oh, yeah, no, I wasn't. I mean, I'm not the only person who finds murder and murderers fascinating.
No, you're not. God, yeah, there's a bunch of people watching this bullshit right now.
Great. And I just said that I love murder. Sorry.
Hi,
Sorry.
everybody. This is Kayla from Hazelheart Vintage. Don't mess with her. She doesn't like knives. She likes murder.
This is how terrible rumors get started.
It's true. I get drawn in.
Michelle, I would absolutely love a pack of your true crime cards. Send me a DM on Instagram. And
What does that mean? What is a true crime card?
There is true crime like trading cards.
Oh God.
And it tells you about like different crimes and murderers and so one of my friends, who Nicole actually introduced me to, and now she's my friend. She was Nicole's friend first. Ow, fucking cat. Damn it. Sorry. Sorry.
That was amazing. Don't murder him.
She found a dead stock, like in the package, Jeffrey Dahmer doll, right?
Ooh.
So it's like a little stuffed plush, and it's called, oh, I forget what it's called now. Something like Bizarre Plush or something like that. And she sold it on eBay for $50, like instantly. It sold right away. And then eBay messaged her and was like, we took down your listings because you're not allowed to sell things with, for serial killers that have serial killers in it.
What?
And she's like, I already sold it. So
Yeah.
now,
You're taking down my listing that doesn't even exist anymore?
yeah, she shipped it. It was paid for and everything.
Rob, what's up, dude?
What's up, guys?
Roberto,
How you doing?
how you
How was your
doing?
weekend?
Good. I actually thought of you earlier because a friend of
Ooh.
mine who lives in Denver, where the Denver bins are like amazing, she found at least 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 pieces of Xenia
Yeah.
at the bins.
She found 12 mint or meglio merneglio merzilja
They
stuff.
look like they're all polo shirts or dress
Yeah.
shirts.
Can you show me? Can you put it on?
It's on Instagram. You gotta
Yeah,
get
but I can
Instagram.
pull it up on Instagram and show you. Hold on.
No. Make
No,
him
he meant like, Rob, why don't you
you
get with the
should.
21st century and get on
Exactly.
Instagram?
Exactly. You
Actually.
really need to get on Instagram, dude.
You would be so popular on Instagram.
Yeah.
Me?
Everybody
Yeah.
likes you around here. You're the favorite. Everybody hates me. Everybody likes you.
I mean, yes.
I'm just the
I think
guy.
you would have a hilarious Instagram.
Me too. There'd be like Rob's toe in a picture or something.
All right, let's see if
He
I can
accidentally took a picture of like his ear.
screen share. Here you go.
Ooh, okay.
I can't zoom in on it any more than this, but these are all polos.
Yeah, that's the older label. I mean, not that I'm not poo-pooing. I'm not trying to sound like I wouldn't pick it up, but
for like $1 at the bins. I mean,
yeah, no, I definitely would, but a lot of them are the
older.
you get like $25, $20.
I'd do that all day.
Yep.
Yeah, no, it's good.
It sells fast, right?
Yeah, knits do in Xenia. Knits do much better than dress shirt. Dress shirts on only certain brands do well.
Interesting. Dude, so on Monday I went out to like a kind of a private deal and I bought somewhere roughly around 850 new Nike pieces, all like dry fit, Featherlight dry fit, like private label Olympic stuff for like teams, like kind of like on the hype beast side, where like they're like these kind of like painters hats made by Nike that has the names of the countries on them, and like um, basketball uniforms, samples from like 70 universities, like Nike Elite stuff,
With tags.
with tags.
Oh,
What?
did you anything listed? Do you have anything up yet or no?
No, I had to list some stuff for my fulfillment customer today.
Did you put that on just for us?
I found it at the bins the last time I went.
Oh boy.
If he starts to pull out banana pudding, I'm stopping this show. How you doing, Brian?
I'm good. How are you guys?
I'm trying to be listing some stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I know. I see Kayla's especially helpful tonight.
I know. Normally she just
It's always
tells me.
helpful.
She usually tells me to fuck off. Actually.
You know, I had such a good sales day. I'm just feeling generous.
What'd you say?
I started this channel so I didn't have to do work anymore, and you guys are making me do work, and it's pissing me off because I started this channel so I wouldn't have to do work anymore, and you're not fulfilling my dream of retiring at age 39. whatever I am.
taking
We're
this-
not here for you.
Well,
I am.
see, that's why she.
Ass
Now you
kisser.
can't, exactly. Now you can't say we anymore. So bleh.
What an ass kisser.
That's a nice hat, by the way, Brian.
Hey, thanks.
It's a
Can you
terrible
show-
hat.
Can
I
you show
lost it
her?
for like 3 days.
Can you show everybody that hat?
Don't tell anyone where you got it. It's probably somewhere shitty.
Oh, man,
Sorry.
those are sick hats, right? They're super comfortable.
I love this thing. It's so comfortable.
But it smelled funny when you got it, though, didn't it?
I don't know. I don't smell anything.
You don't do the sniff test?
I just can't smell. I have terrible allergies.
I always
Like, luckily for me, smoke sticks out, but nothing else really. I can't really tell any other sense.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That must make it kind of hard, actually, doing this job.
yeah.
Well, that's
I
why
would-
I say for me, I'm lucky that I can smell smoke so well because my dad used to smoke. Because that's like the biggest smell that people hate. But
That's true. Can you smell like
Mothballs?
heavy perfume and stuff? Or
Mothballs are pretty
if
terrible.
I like try to smell stuff, I can smell. It's not like I don't have, but my allergies are just so bad. Like unless I'm trying to smell stuff, I can't.
You need to get you some of that Zyrtec.
Yeah, I try to take Allegra, but if I take it too often, then I get a little immune to it.
So I don't know if you guys know this or are familiar with Gerber knives. Gerber is an American company based out of Portland, Oregon, and they made the most. Okay, tell me what in the hell you would use the third knife here for? Like, look at the point on that knife. That's like a Texas toothpick.
stabbing. Mostly
Exactly.
stabbing.
They're so sharp and so murdery. They have galvanized metal handles, so they're very heavy.
I mean, is that not just like a little like
Looks like a paring knife.
paring knife? Is what I would think. Yeah.
it's
No,
too heavy, he's
it's,
saying.
it's a 6-inch knife. It's not a
Oh.
paring knife. This one at the bottom is
That's the paring knife.
yeah, but that's a huge. It's like a 4-inch paring knife. The one above it's a 6-inch, but a 6-inch blade that's good enough to get right in there, and it's sharp. I mean, it is very sharp. These were really cool. Balance Plus, they call them. They made two lines of kitchen knives, and you should, if you find them, you should always buy them because they really do well. Kitchen Proof was like this line that was very kind of elegant, and these look like butcher murder death knives.
Lucy says
Boy,
it's
I
for
gotta show
cutting
you some
big
steak
fruit.
knives.
You gotta show me some steak knives.
She said they're what?
Lucy says it's for cutting big fruit, and then Peggy Vintage says it's for gutting.
Yeah, Peggy
I like the
Vintage
way
is
Peggy
closer.
thinks.
I think it's for gutting big fruits.
Peggy,
It's
are
not
you
a carving knife.
Peggy? Are you coming to eBay Open again this year? I love asking people questions in chat, and then like 5 minutes later, seeing a response.
Yeah, I lose track of it. You know what it was? It's really funny. So 20 people were watching, and then I told the trolls to leave, and I thought it would be around 5 people or 6 people, and the viewership went down to 14 almost instantly.
Well, but if I just jumped in, so that's one.
Who? No,
So-
that was.
Coy, what is this here?
Hold on, let me zoom in on you. That. You know what that looks like? That is oh, that's a Is that for escargot?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
It's to extract something from a shell. It looks like.
Can you show it
Pull the
again?
muscles
Sorry,
from the shell?
I missed it. Can you show it
Pulling
again?
muscles from a shell.
Not that I would
Oh, Cash, you good with knives?
No, but I'm just curious. Oh, fuck.
It's a little like shrimp fork.
Oh, what the fuck is that? Does it say blue on it in French?
Yes.
Bleu?
Bleh,
Bleu.
bleh,
Like the cheese.
like the bleh. I think it's for escargot.
And then this brand
Peggy
here, I don't know
says
if you
it's
know
for
this
snails.
brand.
Yeah, Peggy agrees. Escargot.
Escargot. Dude, look at this awesome piece of Pendleton. This stuff used to cost $1.50 a yard, and now this pattern costs $100 a yard.
What does that say? It's kind of hard to read.
Could you recognize this pattern, Corey? This name?
Yes, Lagiole.
Yeah.
Yeah, they made like steak knives. It has a little button at the top so that you don't.
Yes, correct. Are they worth
Yeah.
any money?
Not really.
Not really.
Not worth a ton, but they sell. You can sell them.
Good for
Should I now?
stabbing.
Are they worth cleaning? They have like little rust spots. Is it worth cleaning it or just listing it and selling it?
Just sell it.
Yeah, but
But
isn't that Corey's philosophy on almost everything, though? Just put it up there and get rid of it.
yes, I'm all about the cash flow, man. That cash flow. Oh, let's go back to this. Check out this Pendleton piece.
Was that the one with the? Oh no, that's just. Oh wow.
It's
That's
a
kind
little.
of cool.
It's very cool.
Buffalo Soldier.
And
Buffalo, 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 buffalo.
Buffalo.
How about Yamaha? No, Yamazaki. Is that any good?
I don't know about Yamazaki. I'll
Are
have
you
to
just
look
mixing
up.
motorcycles together?
Yeah, it does. It does sound that.
Yamazaki?
It's Yamazaki. Yamazaki.
I am like
Bread knife.
it's a bread knife. It's not a high-end brand. You come across weirder stuff on the East Coast, just different brands. I've never seen, dude, I've seen like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of knives and forks and all that stupid crap, and I've never seen Yamazaki ever.
Neither have I. I really anything like this. I really did not pay anything for. That's just how I know. Like if it was something that was in a box for like $5, I just you know what we're talking about. Sometimes you just grab stuff.
Yep, that's my life.
It's like
I
you
just
know what?
yeah. Sometimes you
Sorry?
just grab the Gucci. Did you see those Gucci bags I found, Rob?
What? What Gucci bags?
Found two
Oh, they're on
Yeah,
authentic.
you
Instagram. He's
haven't
not
done a
there
show
yet.
since then.
Dude, I found some sick. Oh, I have one up for auction right now. You want to see it?
Yeah.
Let's go. It's slightly lit.
I'll tell you what, I learned about more brands by like buying storage units, and then when I go through my stuff, I'm like, I don't remember buying that, so I assume it must have been in a storage unit.
I'm literally
Okay,
sitting
let's see.
on the couch. Hold on. I have to get back to eBay. I gotta find the listing. Gucci Speedy. All right, everybody. Oh, that must be it. Oh yeah, it's got 19 bids already. I just posted it today.
Those don't look like little kids' headphones.
These are my really good ones.
He's a big boy now.
You can eat a turd. Here it is. Check it out. This is a vintage 90s Gucci Web Boston full stripe Dr. Bag satchel speedy purse.
Oh, that picture is a beautimous.
It's bad?
No, it's good. It's really good. Those
That was
pictures
her
are
made up
great.
word for nice.
It's like fabulous and beautiful. That looks so good.
I made a mistake. We didn't put the. It should have had the. I had. Oh, maybe he put the measurement pictures in here. Huh. He was supposed to put. They won't let me add pictures now.
And you
No,
can't edit it
not at
either.
all.
Yeah.
Anyway, so somebody is gonna pay a bunch of money for this bag. Definitely, it's already. It has like how many watches?
You know, if I send you a question and I
Mhm.
ask you what the measurements are, you can answer it and it'll put it in the listing.
Yeah, he was definitely supposed to do that. That's okay though. I mean, you could tell what this bag is.
Yeah. If you
Well, it's because they only made them in, they only made them in a certain number of styles, right?
If
So
you're
if
paying
it,
that much for a Gucci, you're gonna know.
yep. Well, it's in immaculate condition. The other one I already sold on Instagram.
This one's nicer, I think. Like,
It's definitely nicer.
Did you sell that flawed Louis?
Right.
The what?
The Louis that was flawed?
I have no the Louis. That's Flautum. I was about to put up for auction right now.
Oh, I thought you were selling it on Instagram.
No, the person who put the highest bid didn't pay. So that was nice. And then I'm like, so what do I do? Because like the person who only like 4 people bid on it, and the person below them was like $20, and it's like I didn't agree to sell it to the person who bid, the second most.
Right.
I bid to sell it. I said I would sell it to the person, and I gave them like till Monday to pay, and it's like I even waited even more time, and they just like flaked hard. So that's just not something I'm going to do again.
Gotcha.
It's just not worth my time.
Yeah, that's the downfall of the Instagram selling.
Yeah. So staying
So Corey, I
stressed.
gotta show you something.
So Corey, I
on-
gotta show you something. Yeah. Show
Go
me
up to the search bar.
the search bar.
Yeah, I want to show you. Two pieces that remember I told you I dropped off those pieces to that guy.
Yeah. Hold on one sec. What? You dropped off the pieces to the guy. Okay. Keep going.
And the pictures. I want to show you two pieces, like really
sure.
quick.
Uh-huh. What am I
Okay,
looking for?
Vivian. Put in Vivian Westwood Punk.
Vivian Westwood Punk.
Yeah,
Sure.
put Punk. I think that's what he put in. Yeah, right there.
Oh, damn, fool. That's yours?
Yeah, I found that.
That's so ugly.
What's the VIG on this? Like, what does he charge you?
It comes out to be they take 40%, but then you have to pay the fee, so it's like half.
Yeah.
But look at those. Look how good those pictures are.
Dude, there's only one, though. I mean,
No,
come
you
on,
have
dude.
to scroll down. He puts them in the listing. I hate that
don't
so much.
do that.
I mean, it's obviously not hurting his sales, but I hate it.
I just hate that.
It is obvious. It's one of my biggest pet peeves about
His pictures
eBay.
are cool. That's Salvador Dali on there, huh? That dude. Isn't that Salvador Dali?
I don't know.
It could be. I don't remember. I don't ever remember him having curly hair like that, though.
Well, maybe it's an impression of him,
I thought he had like a thinner mustache too.
He does have like a super, but he didn't have that his whole life, though. So
maybe.
So let me show you one more piece, bro. I'm gonna show you the pictures that pop.
Okay.
All right, so go back up to the bar, right? Put Warren Edwards alligator.
Why can't you sell this shit yourself?
No, because it
he doesn't know how to put the pictures in the listing instead of
no.
Because he'd actually have to take the pictures.
He's too busy having a sausage.
Look at you think I'd be able to who can replicate those pictures like that? Look how good they are.
Okay.
Dude, first of all, I hate that he puts his name on the pictures. That's annoying. And those pictures are really good, though. The lighting is good. But, I mean, it's not that good.
It's not so good you couldn't replicate it.
Anybody could replicate that pretty easily. That's just taken in a light cube. They're not even centered. Look, that picture is, like, off-center.
I mean, it's a nice
His
picture,
name-
but
His name balances it out.
Oh, I got it.
he doesn't want his picture stolen. I get it, but like,
It's annoying.
it's a.
But
little
it's not even
annoying.
his item.
Exactly.
It's a little.
Yeah, but it stands
pretentious.
out.
No, but I mean, like, why do you care if your pictures are stolen if it's not even your item, though?
Because
Yeah, but-
you don't want people pretending that they have that item when they don't.
Remind me how much sales that guy does, Rob?
How much?
they're
Like
good.
millions?
Yeah, dude, they're good pictures. I'm not saying they're not good pictures.
Yeah.
Look at this beat to shit Louis Vuitton bag.
Now that's a good picture.
Stop it. Go away.
Look at my Louis Vuitton bag, Rob.
I mean, those pictures
Now,
aren't.
when you find that, like, what's the first, like, was that the estate sale? Not a thrift store.
These came from an estate sale. I don't really get stuff at thrift stores too much anymore. They're just so packed around here, and they're just filtering everything. Like, Goodwill is taking everything out. Everything out. You don't.
Really?
I can't even find Walkmans anymore. I mean, it's gotten pretty crazy.
What? Now, when you find that at the estate sale, what's the first thing that you look at to be like, you know,
I
this
don't
is
look at shit. I just put it in my bag and walk the fuck out.
been caught stealing once when I was 5?
Been caught stealing. All right, so when I picked up, how did I know this Louis Vuitton bag was authentic?
Yeah.
The first thing I looked at was let's take a close up. There's a slight marbling on the actual canvas part here, and you can kind of see it, especially if you look up close. Then the other thing is like everything was spelled properly, obviously.
It's
But
sad that's a clue.
so look, you see how these points are aligned? See, this point's aligned with this point. This point's
Okay.
aligned with this point. These are all in a perfect line. It's reversed on this side and regular on this side. And then it's always canvas on the inside. You see how this is like this canvas on the inside?
Mm-hmm.
This old school canvas on the inside.
You want to look for straight stitching.
Yeah, this bag is old. And then the cool thing about this bag is it has the lock. And when they have the lock on them, you can really tell because the lock has a very specific font.
Mm-hmm.
And everything's laid out, and there's a certain number code on the lock and all that kind of stuff. And they don't counterfeit that very well. And this, I mean, when they're older like this, you're gonna see way less counterfeits that are from like the 50s.
How old do you think that is?
What?
What year?
I think it's from the 50s.
Really?
Oh yeah, this is an old bag.
Somebody on the Reddit, like subreddit, like for resale, found and purchased a like late 1800s Louis Vuitton steamer trunk.
Yeah.
And they posted the photos of it, and it's like a work of art. It was so amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's worth like up to $40,000, depending on like the when it's exactly from and all that stuff. But
so
yeah, my friend has got Luck Swap. Matt, he's got one of those huge trunks. I mean, it's beat up, but it's cool because it's
ocean steamer trunks. They generally got beat to shit.
Yeah.
I passed on buying a trunk at a estate sale by this guy Gary Germer, and it was $6,000, $6,500, somewhere right around there. And I knew it was worth like 18,000, 19,000. I just didn't have the money and I couldn't get it.
Oh, that sucks.
I know, dude.
I posted a link in the chat to the one that I saw online, just in case anybody wants to look at it, because it's fucking amazing.
What would you do with this bag? Anybody in the chat or anybody? Because I think I should just put it up.
Oh, Kayla, you know who he bought it from? I think. No, I think I told you what the estate sale. The two guys, the design Mishka Bagley. How do you know how to
Badgley Mishka.
Badgley, yeah, from their house.
Oh shit!
So
very famous designer.
Yeah, I got to their house, but I got there late. He got there real early, and I got there late in the day. I don't know why I didn't go there first. I think it was how, like Corey, you know how it is. It's like certain estate sales, like I'm gonna hit this one first, and then go to that one, and then go here.
I'm always gonna try though.
But that's the thing too. I have to plan on him. He's gonna beat me there, and then so it's like, you know what? He's gonna, and he can pay up.
Why are you thinking about that, dude? Why don't you think about what you're doing?
Well, because what I'm trying to do is get good stuff. What's the point of me showing up and everything is gone?
Just fucking.
Maybe he doesn't see the same good stuff you do.
Exactly. Lots of things happen. So I'm gonna put this bag up for $1 auction.
Do it.
Nicole just put a video up where Joe and Wade from Wade's Ventures both missed stuff that she found in the same spot. So you never know.
No, I went, but I went at 11:30, 12 instead of getting there at 9 or whatever. Because you don't know how many people are going to be there. You don't know how. I mean, sometimes you have 4 or 5 sales on the same day that are good sales.
Oh yeah, I could have.
And also, you got to take into consideration a lot of people who are anybody who's listening to this, when you deal with companies
What about the people who are listening in the future?
in the
Oh,
future,
yeah.
yes,
Talk to them too.
If you're from the future,
yeah. So it's important when you're dealing with these companies. Certain companies will hook you up more than others. So that's half the battle. Wouldn't you concur, Corey?
What about what?
Like, let's
He's
say
zoned
you're
out.
looking at if you're looking at pictures at on a website, or like let's say like those
I don't-
two guys.
I don't even
Those,
look at pictures anymore. I just start going into houses.
What you call it, those two guys, Bagley and Mishka, whatever. Those two guys.
Those
They
guys.
Bologna and
Who are they?
macaroni. Who?
Oh, I just said those guys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
they're famous. They're not,
I don't even know what you're talking about right now.
Yeah, I don't either. To be fair.
Okay.
Only Kayla listens. I gotta go show something to Kayla. I gotta see what she thinks.
I'm only
so I'll be
half
right back.
listening, so
Yeah, he better. You're
don't
testing.
bark up this tree, Rob.
Yeah.
I'll take her half. Oh, nice. Look at that.
I'll take her.
$68 already. Nice.
It's all right.
It just started the auction. It's got 5 days left.
Rob,
It's
I
all
sold.
right.
Rob, I sold an empty box today for $29.99. Do you guys want to see?
No.
I want to
like-
show
Alright.
it. I want to show you guys.
Show me before I go.
I don't want to. Oh, you're leaving?
No, I'm going to get the other stuff in the other room.
I was like, gosh, we got blessed.
You're terrible.
I know.
Meanwhile, Corey's like, it's so boring. Rob, please show up.
It is boring.
I need you.
It's
Some
it is-
East Coast energy here.
Yeah, shut up, Rob. I
Wrong
don't.
one.
What? Alright, check it out. So this is the third box. Oh gosh, man, I'm like really. I'm so tired. My back kind of hurts, so I'm just laying on my couch, and that's why I'm hiding behind the internet here. Okay, here it is. Check this shit out. This
Oh,
box.
you literally sold an empty box.
Yeah, here it is.
Thought you were effing with them.
No. I knew it was
No.
going to be a Nike box.
I got a couple of Jordan boxes I found in a storage unit, but they're
Dude,
not
look.
that old.
The shoes cost $49.50. I sold the box for $29.99
The shoes now would cost like $150 though.
or more. These are Air Trainer SC2 lows. These are second edition. These are 1986.
What?
Yeah, and they have the employee sample tag on them. You see that? See that little where it's stamped ES? These actually came from Tinker Hatfield's mother's house.
Yeah.
Show me the employee stamp.
Tinker Hatfield
Oh, I see it. Okay.
invented the Air Jordan. So
Taiwan. You don't see a lot of Taiwan anymore.
no, they don't make. Yeah, they haven't made Nikes in Taiwan for a long time. They do make. They still do have a shoe factory, or they still work with a shoe factory there. But it's only like really super high end stuff.
Yeah,
And
isn't that
sometimes-
crazy? It's like it's too expensive to make in Taiwan. It's like
Yeah, it's the cycle. Yeah, I don't know what makes some shoes really popular. Like the Vapor Maxes are cool. I like those. And I got these Adidas supports.
oops.
Pretty cool.
I like the way the Air Maxes feel for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't really care one way or the other the way they look, but
I mean, I have like a pair of hot pink tennis shoes. That's what I wear now.
All right, I gotta show you. I'll be right back.
I just picked up all red Vans just because they were cool looking.
Yeah, I'm not like a big. I'm not a materialist. Ironically, it probably helps me in my profession. Active listings. Let's see how many active listings I have, Kayla.
Well,
1,996. Okay, so we just need to do 4 more. 4 more years.
4 more.
Drafts.
I sold so much shit that I'm well below 1,000 again.
I was just going to ask you that question.
Yeah.
But that's okay. I would, you know what? I'd love to wake
yeah.
up tomorrow and be at like 100 listings because everything's sold.
Oh,
That would be the world's best problem.
dude, I would just go on vacation for a month.
I think I would. I'd be like, all right, I'd be
would.
like
I'm not
$40,000
joking.
richer.
We had a girl in last month's mentorship that listed like her first items during the mentorship, and at the end, the last week, she listed 2 things. Like that was her only active listings. By the end of the week, both of them sold. I was like, I'll take that problem every day. Everything I list sells.
Yeah, but if you only list 2 things, I don't know.
Well,
I think that's a very good strategy.
she was just learning that part, but
Yeah, she
her,
hit 100
her sell-through rate is 100% in a week.
Yeah, because she didn't list anything. I could pick one thing and say it's sold and call that 100%, but that's not
But
the
we're
model.
negative and salty. Brian is trying to be positive and helpful.
Oh, I don't think that's a good sample size.
We're like,
too.
we're not
It's
impressed.
not, but my point was like what Kayla says. I'd rather everything sell and have no active listings than
Oh,
have
well,
3,000 and nothing sells.
I know, but she's saying that because she has like 1,000 listings and she wants them all to sell so that she can be lazy for a week.
Well, me too.
Oh, I don't
That's
like
what
doing
eBay
that.
Open is for. To be lazy for a week.
Yeah.
Get
Definitely.
fur out of the inside of shoes. How is it?
Why would you photograph the inside of shoes?
No, I said, how do you get fur out of them?
Oh, fur.
But you use a wombat.
Like I have a lint roller and that doesn't get the right direction to get in there.
Take the sticky paper off and put it on your hand, and then like inside.
Or use a Swiffer.
A Swiffer inside a shoe?
a Swiffer.
You got one
Swiffer.
that size, Rob?
You got a Swiffer?
You got a little
Yeah, I
baby?
got one that size.
I don't know if you're going to get your Swiffer or take your pants off. I'm not sure.
All right, Kayla, I got the
I don't
bag.
know what-
All right, this is for you, Kayla.
Oh boy.
Good luck.
You want to hear the story first, or you just want to see it?
I mean, just go for it. Tell me the story.
Just
Tell
give
me
it
the
to
story.
her.
What is that?
Here you go, Kayla.
Looks like a flower.
Oh, with the matching pants. Oh Lord.
And the pantaloons. So, this story is good for you, vegan.
I'm listening.
You vegans.
So, I have a guy who does lockers, okay?
Mhm.
And what happens is a lot of people don't realize you could source from a lot of these guys that buy tons of lockers and everything. So I have one guy who doesn't want to deal with clothes, but if I don't buy stuff from him, I said, look, if you find suits, give me a call. If you find anything unique clothing, give me a call. So of course he brings me that weird suit. He calls me up. Hey, I got something for you, Bob. I'm like, what the?
What the
I can
flip?
curse on this channel. So anyway, I'm like, what the heck?
What the heck?
So I had to buy it because the guy
Because you
hooks me
told
up
him you
all the
would.
time with all this stuff. I think I maybe paid $5-10 for it, but
Is
It's worth-
there a
think it will sell,
brand?
Kayla?
Is
What?
there a brand?
There is a brand on it, but I don't think that. I looked up the brand. The brand is. I mean, it's a decent brand, but
Worst case,
not a
$5
no-name,
is
really.
worth the friendship.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's worth the $5 just to keep him happy.
Dude, if I could spend $5 to make pissed off people happy, I'd just do that all day.
I said, Louie, what are you bringing me here, man?
Hey, Louie, what you bringing me over
Of
here?
course his name is Louis.
I said,
Pretty
Lou.
sure.
He's Lou who sells at the flea market.
What are you doing over here?
I'm pretty sure an animal just slept inside these.
Nice. Is it still in there?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Everybody
Okay,
says
next week,
every
flea market
story you
season.
got a guy. Every story starts with I got a guy.
Yeah, you got a guy or
I know
some
a
kind
Guy.
of. I know a guy. I know a place where I can go when I'm alone. Into
Who's
your
this guy?
arms, oh, into your arms I can go.
I love that song.
Stone Temple Pilots, Bush, The Cult, and what's the other one? Alice in Chains. Obviously, the two new bands. They're all coming here to. They're all coming here.
Portland.
Yeah, they're on tour together, I guess.
Are you gonna go?
Yeah.
I saw Alice in Chains too. I got a video on my YouTube channel. I got front row seats at the Beacon Theater.
You have
And-
a YouTube channel?
Yes.
He doesn't have an Instagram though.
It's linked to his Instagram.
God save
Well,
the
anybody who's listening, maybe to this in
God
the future.
Save
In
the
the future.
world. Why do you care if people watch your YouTube channel?
Well, I'm just saying, if anybody would want to see up close video of Jerry Cantrell, I was in the front row when he was playing the beginning part of Rooster, and I'm looking up with him at the camera. It was pretty badass view.
It was
So-
amazing. Jerry Cantrell dropped a raisin and it hit me in the ear.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, the only thing that sucks about the video is the guy next. Every time I go to a concert, there's always an annoying motherfucker next to me.
Yeah, his
And the
name
guy's
is
like-
Rob.
No, Jerry, I love you.
Are you
Jerry,
sitting
I
beside
love
mirrors
you.
again?
What?
Dude.
This show keeps me young.
That wasn't me. It was another guy. But don't think that the guy in the video is me who's saying, Jerry, I love you.
Way
another
to
guy.
cover it up real good.
I'll bet they all believe you now.
Yep,
Yes, we're all in full
we're with
belief.
you, Rob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In some
No,
kind
they
of
were
way.
great. I can't wait till they come back. They come back in the summer, I think. I can't wait.
In the city, in the summer. All right, let's see if I did this. It's only 10:30. Jeez,
Oh my god, it feels so late.
it does feel really late. I had a long day today. John has off on Tuesdays.
It must be nice.
John has off on Tuesdays, so I had to pack orders, and we had auctions ending today, so I had like 40 orders. So yeah, that took a while.
What's a day off again?
Yeah,
Remind
no.
me.
I actually don't like having days off, honestly, but
Anybody sell figure skates?
No, I have not.
finger bet. I was gonna say, did you say?
Was that Tanya Harding special?
Wait,
Well,
this is hilarious. This is
I don't know
hilarious.
what the number is. There's a number on the blade.
It's probably the diameter of your neck, the neck that you can cut with it.
The neck required to cut for the blade to cut.
The cut neck blade. I don't know. So I was in the post office, and this woman was talking to this other woman about something about being a stripper or whatever, and she said,
Rob's
And she-
interested now.
this is
Strippers where?
this was in the post office, and this lady says they're not like ladies. They were in like their 30s or something. They weren't like old ladies, but the one said to the other one, like, she's like, why would I show somebody my asshole for $5 or something like that? And I said, oh no, she said, who would want to show their asshole to somebody for $5? And I looked at her and I was like, hey, do you have $5? And then I walked out and didn't say anything else.
$5 seems a bit low.
Probably not. I'm sure there's websites that are $5.
I mean, $5 sounds good for showing. If there's touching, it's a different fee.
It's funny
probably
how the
could see a
men all
bunghole
have
for
a
$5.
very low dollar amount that seems acceptable.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that stuff. How much active inventory do I have? We need to get some. We're at 125.
Michelle joined us.
Michelle joined us.
Hello.
Hey, Michelle.
Hi.
I'm not
Hi.
looking at the screen. I'm drinking wine and
He's driving.
You also don't have a picture.
I turned it off because I don't want people to see me right now.
He's feeling a little insecure.
I'm just tired as shit, and I'm laying
Me
on my
too. That's why
couch.
I'm drinking.
Like I'm laying on my couch, and like now
You
Michelle's here.
bum. You bum.
I am not a bum. I work very hard.
He's a bung, not a bum.
Be quiet, Rob, or I'm gonna mute you.
Are you too tired to mute people right now?
Isn't that funny? I said, "Be quiet, Rob, or I'll mute you." Isn't that like? Don't you find the humor there? Because like, if you were quiet, I wouldn't have to mute you. See?
So either way, he gets what he wants.
Exactly. It's a great. It's like the coin is both heads or something.
Does your cat like being loved on like that, or is she about to like claw you to death?
I don't know. I don't want to find out.
Well, you're still doing it, so you're about to
Okay.
find out.
I'm back to exactly 2000, so I'm going to let gosh dang it, I can't even think straight right now. I'm gonna let John do the rest of these tomorrow, and then he's gonna live as Michael drops them. He's gonna put them on the internet, and we're just gonna roll that way. We are just gonna roll that way.
That's a plan.
So I gotta figure out tomorrow. I'll start sorting and organizing all that Nike stuff so that it can just flow through and get listed.
Is there a lot of like duplicates?
There's a lot of triplicates. They were in triples, and I got
So
some.
it should be really easy to get a lot of it listed then.
I'd say it's like 250 SKUs.
And you said it's all current, right?
It's pretty current, yeah. It's 2017 stuff. It's from the
So
Olympics.
would they be able to look stuff up by like item numbers and just like copy paste?
I don't know if some of this stuff is like proprietary and samples and stuff like that. So
it might not be that easy.
there definitely is a portion, but I like to have my own. I like to have the photos of stuff, but
Yeah, no, but I mean for
if it's
just
for
like
a
the
hat,
description.
yeah.
Corey, let me ask you a question.
Can we rename the show, Corey? Let me ask you a question.
No, because you were singing that song. Did you say the Lemonheads are on tour too, or no?
No, they're
You're a
just.
lemon head.
You are a lemon head. Oh, so okay, check this out. So let's kind of like do an estimation on some of this Nike stuff because I have about 100 of these, at least 100 of these.
Turn the camera on.
I'm just gonna screen share, so chill out.
He wants to see your beautiful face.
I don't want to show.
I want to see your bunghole for $5.
Jesus Christ.
I had to say it.
So this is kind of like the theme of a lot of them, where it has like this rim like this. It looks like they've sold 29 of these for $36.
He said rim.
I didn't say it. She said it. She said it.
Jesus Christ.
The women on this
I'm
show
gonna
get
get
away
you.
with a lot.
Yeah,
Okay.
the girl saying rim.
There's a lot of them on. There's 261 listings.
But you can afford to be pretty competitive with your pricing.
Oh,
You've
I
got
can
really
knock the shit out of these people. But I want to make money on this
Well,
stuff.
yeah, of course. I didn't say give it away. Just,
I mean,
Knock him out the box, Rick. Out the box, Rick.
Rick. I like to figure out what an average price is and kind of like this stuff. Like I definitely have this hat, but this went at auction for like $15. But I have at least 3 of these.
you can use the website checkaflip.com
Ooh,
and it
What's
will
that?
give you an average price for items.
Oh, cool.
Checkaflip.com.
I have several
are
of
they
these.
paying you for that commercial?
They should
Can I pay you for commercials?
for the 17 people that are watching this. That ad was probably worth 13 cents.
Yeah.
You get 100 people watching, no? Don't you?
When
Not
you said
this show.
no, we don't get a lot of people at all. We don't actually even try to get a lot of people. Like we have,
I think
we
it's
kinda-
the antithesis of that.
like we try to actually. The purpose of this show is to just like hang out and like when you have a bunch of people harassing everybody and being douchebags. It's a lot harder to hang out.
It's like reseller Fight Club.
Yeah.
Don't talk about it.
Talk
My
about it
son.
very little. Yeah, it looks like the average price on these is around $19, 16 to $19. But the new stuff, and especially like the pinks and the hotter colors, they go for really good money. Really good money.
Speaking of Fight Club,
Ooh, look at that.
Oh, Tyler.
I kind of want that. Wait. Where's
I
that?
got it today.
Where? What size is it?
It's small.
Aw,
It's tiny.
I'm too fat for that.
That's extra medium in their own way.
Extra medium. That is amazing. I love it.
I do too. I want to make a jacket out of it.
It won't fit.
Where'd
It
you
doesn't
find that?
fit me.
Goodwill?
Salvation Army.
Salvation Army.
Cool.
I fucking love Chuck Palahniuk. He's one of my favorite authors.
Everybody pronounces that dude's name differently.
Well, Palahniuk is the correct way to pronounce
I
it.
thought it was Pahuluniak.
Yes, you're right. That's actually how you pronounce it.
That's how you pronounce it, except for the other correct way.
Palalahululak.
He's a fucking crazy guy. Like, his brain is just nuts.
It's amazing.
I read his most recent book, which is about sex toys, like sex toys that take over the world, basically. It's so fucked. Like, I have not read a book that made me like have to put it down and like feel a little bit ill in a while.
You mean like sex dolls? Like, you know,
No.
those dolls?
No, like vibrators, basically.
Okay.
Like walking vibrators?
Basically, they like eliminate the need for men. That's like the whole premise of the book.
That would be
And
easy.
But it's fucked up. It's like there's parts of the story that are just so gross, and he writes very explicitly. So it's like I have a pretty strong stomach, and I had to like step away for a moment.
It's so weird to be in his brain.
He's sick, but he's very talented.
At least he's
Fight
like
Club
put it down.
not too ill.
Fight Club is one of his tamer books, I think.
The only one that they can make a movie out of.
No, they made one out of the one with the guy who was the sex addict, Choke.
Oh, they did.
Mm-hmm.
Choke.
It's about this
Choking.
guy who, I mean, the sex addict part is kind of like a subplot, but he like goes into restaurants and he pretends to be, or he finds people that are choking, or he pretends to choke, and then when someone saves him, like he latches on to them and becomes like, they give him money, and like you feel responsible for the person that you save when you save their life. So there's this whole like weird relationship that spawns from the people that save him when he pretends to choke.
You're a choke.
Sounds like something else too.
It's a weird book.
You're a choke.
You're a joke.
You're a chode.
You're a chode.
You're a joke.
You're a smoke. Hey, also, I got about 100 of these from different teams like LSU, Baylor, Rutgers, Duke, and this one sold for $35, and it's an XL, and it's the only one that was for sale or sold.
What happened to Rob?
So that, man, if I could just get like
His laptop must have fallen over.
Is basketball over though? Is basketball season over?
Yeah, it just ended last night.
So, I mean, does that affect the resale of some of those items, or not so much? Or
No.
Not
okay.
really.
I don't sports, so I don't know.
I would say when like during the tournament, certain teams are going to sell better than others, like for more money, but they all sell about the same rate all year long.
Got it.
Yeah, I mean, if you go to Baylor and you want some sporting equipment for Baylor and you want something that nobody else has, you know, that's what I'm appealing to.
Well, I know some college stuff sells like at the beginning of the year or like in August and stuff when kids are like going off to college.
No, that's gonna yeah, I mean that like it happens in the spring and the fall.
But isn't that such a pose? Like, dude, like honestly, like Like Corey.
It's like wearing the concert T-shirt to the concert.
Yeah, is that a poser?
A little
What?
bit.
What if you go to Duke? Why are you a poser if you go to Duke and you're wearing Duke shit?
No, but like no. I'm not saying you went to the bookstore and then I need a T-shirt. And you bought a T-shirt because you got no more T-shirts. I'm talking about if you went online. Oh, I got this because I've sold vintage Duke T-shirts, and I don't know where they went, but Kayla, you would say that would be a poser, right?
Okay, I've never like stepped foot on a college campus, so I can't tell you what would be or would not be. But it seems to me a little playing to the crowd. You know what I mean?
Yes. Like a concert shirt, like the concert shirt to the concert.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything wrong with that.
My first concert, I wanted to wear my Bad Religion tee to the Bad Religion concert, and my ex-husband was like, "No, you can't do that." I was like, "Why not?" He was like, "Because you will be the only person there wearing a Bad Religion t-shirt."
You'd be a poser.
Like, that doesn't make sense.
I think with college gear, the only like no is if you don't go to, like, if you're visiting that school and you wear that stuff, like that would be fucked up. But if you go to that school, I mean, that's for those 4 years you're bleeding that school, you know.
What if you don't go to any like? What if you're a 32-year-old mom, like, you know, someone you might know, and you wear a college T-shirt? Does it go full circle back to the like ironic cool, or is it just totally not cool?
I would say totally not cool.
Then I'm totally doing it.
I found a Stanford sweatshirt at the Salvation Army and I washed it and kept it. And I'm like, I'm wearing this. High school dropout wears a Stanford sweatshirt.
Now you live near Stanford?
No.
You live near there?
No. I live in LA. I live near.
Oh yeah, Los Angeles, baby, please. Yeah, I forgot.
How could you
Michelle,
forget?
are you going to eBay Open?
Hmm?
Are you going to eBay Open?
No, I can't afford it. But I might go. We might go to Vegas that weekend or whenever it is that those couple days, just to stay at. We have like a place on the Arizona side. Well, we don't have a place, but his dad does, and it's like an hour out. So we might go like just go to the air, like go to Vegas and like roam around.
I mean, they'll
Well,
probably
I'm
be
sure
good.
there will be people like grabbing dinner or whatever, like not at the event too, that you can
Exactly.
always come and hang.
Yeah,
Right.
it'd be good to like do that. I think. I gotta see if I can get days off and stuff.
That sounds good.
I think it would be. I would love to be able to go and like take the days off and go, and I think I would learn so much and I would love it, but it's just not feasible right now.
Maybe next year.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for.
Always next year.
Yeah.
It's
Unless
expensive.
eBay
Expensive.
Yeah.
It's
We
expensive.
won't have to worry about a place to stay. That's the good thing. Like we'll just stay at the Arizona house. Well, if they still have it, then I don't know. But yeah, taking days off and stuff is hard.
I forget that not everybody does this full time. Like I tend to
Yeah.
feel like everyone in the community like must do this like I do, and that's dumb. But I don't know why I feel that way.
I wish that I could. Like I wish I wish it was my full-time job. Be looking out there.
What is your full-time job?
I'm a loan processor.
Oh,
We talked about this before, I think,
so like
but
a pretty legit
Yeah.
job, like
Well-
a real job.
yeah.
We're just gonna pretend like this is your real job and that your boring loan processor job doesn't exist. Okay, you can just pretend here
We're
that
gonna
this is
pretend
your.
you do that on the side for fun.
Yeah, exactly.
For fun. For fun.
You're like, God, this reselling gig, it pays the bills, but man, it's boring.
Yeah.
Hello, Dr. Destroy.
What's shaking?
How you
You're a
doing,
doctor
man?
now?
Huh? Yeah, upgraded today. Why not?
Yeah.
What are you a doctor of?
That is the scary part. I'm not sure. Whatever I just.
You're undecided.
I thought he was a butthole doctor.
God.
just on the weekends.
Everybody laughed. It was funny.
Bunghole doctor?
That's the official term.
Yeah, it's not a orthopedic-torsionist. It's a butthole doctor. I don't know what a butthole doctor is called though.
Proctologist.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
That thing.
This is where this show goes when we're all like kind of tired and out of
Goes
it.
in the toilet.
Literally.
Well, it should go in the toilet a little while. The Destroy family is coming to eBay Open. Is that right?
We're trying. Yeah, I think we're gonna be super nerds, and we're gonna make our honeymoon.
I love it.
Yeah, we're getting married in 3 weeks.
Whoa.
Megan is going to be like pretty damn pregnant.
Yeah, she's gonna be 8, almost just about 8 months.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
That's a
Oh,
lot
boy.
of pregnant.
So it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting for it, but I think I think she'll be all right for it, and but it should be a good time. We're looking forward to going a day or to take in what Vegas can give us.
Herpes mostly.
Say hi.
If we're lucky.
Don't say that.
Don't say it.
Is herpes a bad word?
Hi.
Oh, it's a great word.
Mike. Look at his shirt.
Oh, I love it.
That's a pretty red shirt.
He's
too.
sleepy.
I think we all are.
Love you. He's got to get up at like 5, so.
Oh no.
You mean he doesn't want to yak at a bunch of boring people on the internet?
He's like, who are these people?
She's like, this is my weird.
These are my friends.
This is
Damn
my
you.
this is my weird reseller support network.
They're very nice. Even though they keep talking about buttholes, they're very nice people.
They keep trying to give me $5, but I won't do it.
No,
I'm not taking the
I said
$5.
this is a $10
Not for under
butthole.
a penny under 10.
That reminds me. All right.
What does that remind you of?
That reminded me of the paradox of the heap. Are you guys familiar with the paradox of the heap?
No.
Okay, so you have a heap. You have a heap of sand, right?
Okay.
And the heap of sand is made of grains, right? These grains of sand, the granules.
I'm with
Okay.
you.
When you take a grain off, it's still a heap, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when does it get to the point where you take one grain off and it's not a heap anymore? Like,
Oh,
what's the?
fuck.
Isn't that a weird paradox?
I kind of wish I was high when you asked that question.
What? Yeah, because at some point it's not a heap, and at some point it is a heap, and then, like, is there some kind of? Because there must be some kind of proto heap.
Sounds like Play-Doh.
My question is, how did that remind you of?
That's a fair question.
Because I said one grain less
Oh.
for a $10 tip.
Yeah. He's like, Ted.
Okay.
Because I was thinking, like, okay, if you're willing to show your butthole for $10, and like
Is $9.99 acceptable?
exactly, but if
I don't make change.
$9.99 is acceptable, $9.97 is acceptable too. I mean, is it where you're like, damn, $8?
You know what? I can tie this into eBay. Because
Restocking fee.
we get this question when it comes to taking best offers. I'm going to tie this all in and make this relevant. Watch me. So you have a $20 item and somebody offers you $8, but you don't want to take $8. So you say, I'll take 16 for it. What if they come back at 15? Like, where's your threshold? And why is it there? What if they offer $15.99?
That happens to me all the time.
I know. So when do you hold your ground, or when do you decide to just take the offer?
Wait, I have a good question.
Depends how desperate you are for that day.
Exactly. That's how
They
I am.
open an INAD if they don't like your butthole.
There's no returns,
Let's say no.
no refunds.
Oh gosh.
Oh wait. So wait. Where? I have a daily goal, and like at the end of the day, when things aren't going, if they're not going that well, I'm like, please offers, please offers.
Yeah, no, that's true.
I sold a Polo Bear T-shirt for $5, and I think I might have sold it $55, $59.99, and I think I sold it too cheap.
Why would you say that?
I don't know, because it sold so fast.
Yeah, why
No,
do we do
that's-
that to ourselves? Why do we always think that? Why do we not just think like maybe that was like a perfect price?
Yeah, it was the perfect price, I think.
Was
That's
it
what I
mint?
think.
Was it mint?
Super minty, made in the USA, original polo tag.
How much did
Yeah.
it cost you?
$1.
Yes, then that was the perfect price.
Awesome, thank you.
What if you just priced everything in your store at like $2,000 and put best offer and just took whatever offers people sent you?
That would be cool as shit. Let's do that at a store.
I thought about it.
Let's make a collaborative store where we all post like 5 things and see what happens.
I would do a collaborative store if everyone would agree that all the proceeds like went to a charity that we all agreed on. I would do that.
I would totally do that. I think that
Can I
sounds
be the charity?
so fun. Could her eBay open ticket be the charity?
No. Like,
If we do that, then we got to pay for Rob's too.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I can't go to eBay Open.
you donkey.
Shock and awe.
You're such
You
a
guys, I can't be like, where did Rob go? I don't see him.
Don't
I
you
think
know
he
a
just
guy who like knows a guy in Vegas?
Yeah, don't you know a guy? You've got to know a guy.
Hey, I heard.
I
I
knew
heard,
a guy in Vegas, but
Is
no
there?
more.
Is there down this hallway? That's where they got the sausage.
No,
Where's the-
Zalzich.
Where's the
Zalzich.
strippers?
Sausage.
He has to know a guy in Vegas.
He knows a guy.
I did know a couple people, but they'd be looking for me. I'd be like, oh, which way did Rob go? Oh, well, which way is the Bunny Ranch? Okay, that way. So that way. Phew.
Now they're all buried in the desert.
The Bunny Ranch. Like, you can't afford a ticket to eBay Open. You can afford a ticket to the Bunny Ranch,
Just joking, bro.
bro.
I don't have to go to
Passion.
eBay Open to go to the Bunny Ranch.
Nope. You don't have to go to eBay Open to be successful on eBay either. But
You don't gotta go to the Bunny Ranch to get, what they got at the Bunny Ranch either.
cocktails.
They have Bunny Ranch here too, so look at that.
You could just go to a bar.
You could just pay somebody $20 around the corner.
Nah, there's no $20 around here.
$9.99.
Maybe in California, not around here. There's no $20.
There's no $20. We're not talking about Rob soliciting prostitution live on the
I'm not
internet.
soliciting nobody.
Western Avenue is not very far from my house, and
He's not soliciting anybody. He just knows that there's nobody there for 20.
No,
Lucy said that the Bunny Ranch is not near eBay Open.
really.
So
the Bunny Ranch is kind of far, actually.
it's a bit of a trek apparently. She's from
Interesting.
Vegas originally.
That's what Uber's for.
Oh. She's coming, right?
I don't know. I think she's thinking about it.
Everybody in the chat, even if you're not saying anything, if you're going to eBay Open, just say yes. So we have a record of you saying yes.
So we can hold you to it for the rest of your life.
If you don't come, we're going to send you Slurm.
It's basically a blood pact. Saying yes in the chat is the equivalent of a blood pact.
A mortgage. It's not. I mean, it's a very relaxing event. There's a lot of. It's mostly a hanging out event and getting to know people at eBay and other sellers and stuff. Look at Sarah Kay's coming. Peggy's
Is he getting
coming.
another band?
Flipper Joe's going. That's awesome.
Flipper Joe, that's great.
Yeah, dude. Is everybody staying at the
Mandalay?
I'm staying at the Mandalay. I got a room with 2 beds. And I don't know.
I'd say you take all the mattresses and build a fort.
I was gonna throw one out the window.
Put it on the roof.
Like, just ride it.
Morning, you'll find Rob on the roof with the mattress.
Even though we didn't know he was coming.
Rob sleeping at the baccarat table, drooling into a cognac.
It's a slurm.
The slurm. Drooling into a cup of slurm.
That had to be my favorite episode of all time. The secret ingredient of slurm.
Yeah, that was great. I only watched probably maybe like 30 episodes of Futurama, and that was one of them. But yeah. Oh, shoot.
I think most of us are staying at the Mandalay Bay.
It's just easier, and I mean, they offered a relative. The thing about Vegas anymore is the taxes to rent a hotel room are really, really high. Really, 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 really high, and there's no way to get around that unless you stay like in an illegal Airbnb, and they put the kibosh on that in Portland, definitely.
And an Airbnb would be fine, but it's just not cheap or easy to get around. Like,
Nope.
it would just be expensive to get to and from the hotel every day.
I don't really want to. Yeah, I don't want to hang out in Vegas. I came to hang out with people from eBay
Exactly.
and reconnect with the people I know, and they're going to be staying there. So that's kind of like where I'm at on that level.
I figure I'll be drunk enough after the concert to discover Vegas on my own without knowing it.
That's fun. You're young, dumb, and full of love.
That's
Two of those
the
are true.
saying.
What?
I said, that's the saying.
Yeah. Young, dumb, and full of slurm.
Gross.
I know it's gross. What was this? I mean, ugh.
I love your.
He even discussed himself.
My daughter does that when she's disgusted. She goes, ugh. It's hilarious.
Is she an old Jewish lady?
She's like a little version of me.
Oy vey.
Oy
Boy,
vey. Today, Jacob from Portland Pickers came to the office. I was helping him do some testing on some like early plastics. So I was showing him the Simichrome test and how to really know when it was very in. I think he had four pieces and three of them were not Bakelite and one was. So I showed him the reaction. He brought Lenny a tin of crayons, like 108 different colors, and I didn't even know they had that many colors. They had so many Rashnishi colors. It was pretty awesome. I'm into Rosh. I'm gonna start wearing Rashnishi colors.
That documentary really made me feel things, man.
Oh,
I wonder if there's still like stuff around Oregon that you can like find.
Oh God, I'm sure there is.
They didn't live in houses and stuff. They live in communes still. So the first place I worked at in Portland was a Verizon call center, and there were like 6 or 7 of them. They all worked in the back corner. They didn't talk to each other, and they didn't talk to anybody there. Yep, they were.
I'm sorry. I know I'm a douche, but who are these people?
Watch the documentary on YouTube.
It's on
Wild
it's called
Country.
Wild Country.
It's slow, but it's interesting.
I don't think it's slow.
It took me half of the first episode to get into it.
Yeah.
And by like the second half of the first episode, I was hooked.
How many episodes are there? I'm only on like
6.
3. Okay, I'm on 3.
Oh my God, you need to finish it.
Yeah.
I fell asleep watching it, and I'm talking to you knuckleheads instead of watching it.
If you're into that kind of stuff too, it's especially interesting. Some people might get bored of it because it's just like boring to them. But.
So what happened is I'm working with these dudes. They never say anything. They have this blank stare that is so peculiar. They all are dressed in these like maroons and wine colors and stuff.
What year was this?
This is 2001.
Still, that's crazy.
Dude, they're around, but they live in communes. And like a couple of them will go out and work somewhere like together, and then send the money back to the commune. But they live, they're like, it's like a communistic I don't want to call them communists, but I guess that's what they are. They're all about the greater good.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't even really gotten into like the good meat of the documentary yet.
Yeah.
I
Who are
read
these
a
people?
bunch about
They're
it.
called they're part of the group called the Rajneeshi. It was a cult that was like really booming in the late 70s and early 80s in Oregon, a few hours east of Portland. And now, I mean, they're all over the world, people in this cult, and it's definitely died down a bit, but it's not gone.
Not even
Yeah.
close. So what happened is this guy started an ashram in India, and he
Just
started.
Sorry, that's like super common, right? Like it's like a
It's the way that gurus start
guru.
themselves. Yep.
Yeah. So it's
Yeah.
the intentions are. Sorry.
So then he was like, oh wow, like rich people like me, so I'm gonna appeal to rich people. So we're gonna find an awesome place in a remote area of the United States where these rich people live, and we're gonna go start a following over there. So that's what they did, and they bought like a ranch the size of Manhattan in Oregon, and they actually didn't. They were given a lot of trouble, and they started to fight back, but they actually never did anything illegal before the fighting, the political
Until they
infighting.
got attacked first. At least that's how it seems.
That's what I think too.
Yeah, I think that they did that. I think
It
that
seems like they may have egged it on,
yeah.
but and this is just conjecture from what I saw in the documentary. I have no fight in this,
Well,
but
it was like an Islamic group that bombed the hotel, according to the news.
well, it definitely seemed like this group of outsiders came, and a bunch of very old white conservatives got mad because there were these people who were different and believed in like a free love, lots of sex and drugs and rock and roll, so to speak.
Yeah, exactly.
And they didn't like it, and they thought that they were basically the devil incarnate and wanted them out and would do anything to get them out.
Yeah.
And so I am very anti-religion in general, like all religion. I'm not that keen on it. And I kind of felt like I could see a lot of the points that they were making in the documentary. And I was kind of like, even I was like, they're not that bad. At least they weren't in the beginning.
Yeah, I think the intention was good in the beginning, like their intention.
Yeah,
Well,
I didn't.
What was the name of it again?
Wild Wild Country.
Okay.
I gotta see this. Now I'm intrigued.
It's really interesting, but it does take a little bit of time to get into. But I think that the people in the documentary, they all come across as very intelligent and well-spoken, and they don't seem like the type to like fall into the cult mentality, if you know what I mean. Like,
but they also all deny it's not a cult, but it is the exact definition of what a cult is.
They called it a commune.
Yeah, they use a different word, but it all means the same thing.
So, but they worship the leader like in a weird way. So like
a very weird way,
and they call him the master.
Yeah,
especially since he doesn't fucking talk.
Oh, he does talk. He has a society called the Osho Foundation. He has tons of videos of him talking. He's a nihilist.
He didn't talk for about 4 years, not in public.
Because somebody took words that he said and used them against him, so he just didn't speak.
Dorothea says, they're not a cult. That's totally something a cult would say.
Exactly. That's the guy in the cult says, this is not a cult.
Now, who are those guys in Texas that the government killed?
Oh, the Branch Davidians. They're very similar to the Branch Davidians. Very, very similar.
Well, everybody was afraid that they were going to go into this commune and they were going to all kill themselves or try to kill other people, but that's not what it was.
Jonestown just to happen. Yeah, these people didn't want to kill anyone or themselves.
And I have to say, the community that they built,
amazing,
fucking amazing,
impressive.
What they did with their own hands and their own resources, and
they took like
fucking amazing.
They took people who could not integrate into society, and most of them actually integrated, like the homeless people that they took off the streets. But There was
Well,
still
until they started drugging them secretly.
yeah.
That's when it started to get a little shady for me.
It was shady the whole time. Like, where did they come from? How did they find that ranch?
It's
They
in the
bought it.
documentary.
Yeah, it's in there.
Oh, I
What a
haven't
teaser.
gotten that far yet. But so it's really weird. Nike is really strongly. So Nike is cult-like. Everyone who works at Nike says it's cult-like. Everyone who's associated with people who work at Nike say it's cult-like. Bill Bowerman, the founder of Nike's Land, was next door to the Rajneesh cult, right?
He was like one of the original his father or grandfather was one of the original founders of Antelope or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, his son inherited the land from him or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So now the town is like pretty much damn near abandoned. It has like
17 people.
It has like 100 people now or something like that.
It only had 50 when the Rajneeshis wanted to go there.
Yep, and they wanted them out, even though they were trying to build a community that was like a thriving community.
But it was their community, and they were taking over a place that other people were living, which is not right.
No, I agree with that.
Like the Mormons went out into the desert where nobody was, at least. But yeah, so I mean, the world is small, and there aren't a lot of spaces, but they had a mission to take everything. Okay, there's no doubt about that. They're like, we are creating, like, they picked the place in Oregon because the laws were good for them to be able to found, incorporate, operate. You know, they could have their own police force. It still had laws from like the pioneer era, but they changed those laws to persecute these guys. And that's really true. It is persecution when you change the laws to make a specific group not be able to operate how other groups operate. So
Yeah, they definitely seem to use loopholes to their advantage, and they exploited them. But
that's how you use
it's
the
a gray
law.
area.
It's not gray. The law
Well,
is very black and white.
It was gray to the people who that lived in the town, I guess is what I mean. They didn't seem to agree with them exploiting the loopholes.
They didn't want anybody there.
Mhm.
It didn't matter if they were Rajneesh,
Mm-hmm.
Amish. It didn't matter. People moved to Antelope to get away from everyone, and all of a sudden, thousands of people come streaming in, and the people who lived there were wealthy. Okay, they weren't poor. Like, to live out in the middle of nowhere in a random town.
Oh, I didn't get that feeling at all.
Oh, I think so. Yeah, it's a place
This totally seemed like very old people who lived in like little trailers. That's the
Yeah.
only people they were interviewing. Were
Nope.
people like over the age of 65.
There were older people, like pensioners and that kind of thing, and they were like big landowners. I mean, Jay Bowerman, come on, dude. When his dad passed away, he left a $200 million fortune.
I think he was the exception and not the rule.
I don't think so. I think that's a misinterpretation of. I think that a lot of
unless all the people in the documentary are just totally living well below their means, they all look like they're living in trailers, and
they could portray it that way very easily, but that is not the case.
I agree with you, Kayla.
Now, what about
that is not
you
the
know about
case.
the Amish people?
I'm gonna let you know that like money talks and bullshit walks, and poor people don't get to influence the way that politics works. So they don't.
There's also a podcast. I don't know if anybody listens to the Dollop.
I love the Dollop.
Yes, see, Kayla, we're friends. And they do. There's a podcast. They do the Rajneesh podcast as well. I haven't listened to it, but I know they do a version of it, and so it seems interesting to hear another perspective on it. My friend at work listened to that Dollop, but didn't watch Wild Wild Country, and it was like interesting to talk to him about it because it's like they almost committed the most. I don't know the words. I lose my words.
Good night, Brian.
We're going to bed. It's 2 a.m.
Bye.
Peace.
Anyways, there's a Dollop episode about it as well.
You know, I listened to it like a year ago before I knew much about it, and I didn't really follow it very well. But now I should probably re-listen to it because I
That's what
love
I was
them.
thinking of too. Yeah, listening.
So the median household income for Antelope, Oregon, is $29,000.
Yeah, but if you're a pensioner and like it's not. You might have 20,000 acres, but you make $20,000 a year. I mean, that's what Antelope is like.
Well, now, but back then it was like what? When was it? Like the 80s?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
early 80s.
That's why people went there to like retire. But so what I'm saying is like the way that Thousand Friends of Oregon and all those other people in the connections, like the Bowermans, that you can't guide political processes without having connections and capital. So they couldn't have kicked them out unless it was like wealthy, educated people who live there. I mean,
They
that's
kicked them out because he got in trouble with the law eventually. He
I
didn't
know,
get
but
kicked out
they
because
they drove that though.
All right,
Mm.
which one should I watch? Because it's like I put it Wild Wild Countries.
Wild Wild Country.
No, I
Into
got
Netflix?
that, but
Netflix.
Oh,
There's
okay.
only one on Netflix.
But I gotta have Netflix for that.
I mean, yeah, it helps if you're watching something on Netflix.
I thought you were talking about YouTube.
That's what Corey said, but he was wrong.
about what? Wrong about all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, I would love to see something that's talked about their wealth because I really don't think these people were wealthy. I think they had the backing of a lot of the United States behind them because a lot of people disliked this group.
They just nobody knew about the group though because they were very isolated
Yes,
and
they
only in
did.
this
They were on
area.
every TV show in the country.
And I think that people at that time were very close-minded to. There was the big group of the people who were all about free love, but then there's also the older. I don't know the right names to call them, but like the older people who thought that the kids are crazy. You know what I mean? They're all doing drugs and shit like that.
I mean, they show a part on Johnny Carson where they're singing a song about him getting extradited back to India and they can't wait for them to be gone. Like this was on all of the nighttime talk shows. They were on Oprah, they were on Donahue, like they were huge. They were not only known in their own little sect.
Sally Jesse Raphael.
Probably.
What happened to her?
Ricky Lake.
Ricky Lake. She was alright, but she was like a joke kind of. The other
Jenny
ones were more
Jones.
serious.
Jenny Jones. Oh shit. That's bringing
It
it
was
back.
like woohoo, right?
Raising the roof.
Rob knows all the good stuff.
I miss those shows. No, but you know what's funny? Like Jerry Springer used to be a serious show.
I don't
People don't
remember
realize that. Like, what?
I don't remember that.
Yes,
For
Jerry
like a
Springer. I
minute.
remember they used to have like serious topics like conflicts in the Middle East and like stuff like that. And then like one week we my friends, we used to sit around like Beavis. That's why we love Beavis and Butthead because we would sit there. There was no internet. We're just watching TV,
No
clicking channels.
internet.
What?
What's
No
the
internet.
What's the internet?
Surely.
No
yes.
internet. So, and then the next week it was like, fighting. We were like, what the heck is this? Even Maury Povich. That used to be a serious show.
You are
I like
not
Donahue. Donahue's the man.
He was good.
Donahue?
Geraldo. Remember Geraldo?
Oh
Dude.
yeah.
I can't listen to this right now.
Geraldo.
Remember Corey?
No, I used to get into fights with him. I used to call up his radio show and argue with him.
He did that crazy investigative report on the Willowbrook State School. That was some crazy shit.
Is that the one in New York? The
Yeah.
yeah,
With the terrible abuse of
the
the
kids.
kids who were, disabled and
So bad to watch. I
Fucking
can't.
insane.
I liked Montel Williams because he was always like free the weed.
That's for
He
Parkinson's,
always
bro.
had that. What was that medium's name? I forgot her name, and I loved her with the nails.
Oh fuck! I hate mediums so much.
Can you watch your language?
Me?
Yes,
No.
He's talking about Teresa Caputo.
No.
No, the
You-
blonde lady.
You're talking about
Come on.
Carissa Caputo?
The
Yeah, the Long
blonde.
Island median.
I'm gonna look it up. I loved her. Like she made my day. Sylvia Brown.
Sylvia. Oh, I hate her so much.
She was the one on Montel.
Jesus Christ! I didn't. I mean,
She-
I don't remember. So I think there might be something wrong with my brain. Maybe I have like mercury poisoning or something. I don't have any like. I mostly only have a memory of like today. I don't have a lot of memories of things that happened in the past. Especially like I know that maybe I watched an episode of Montel Williams and he was like free the weed, but beyond that I don't know anything else. I don't know about all this stuff you're talking about. I know like Oprah Winfrey had like a show or something, right? 'Cause she was like, isn't she like rich?
Mm-hmm.
Because like she like eats turkey every day.
Hi, pussycat. Hi, pussycat.
No, she doesn't eat turkey every day.
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't watch as much TV anymore because we're watching the YouTube, the boob tube.
The YouTubes.
YouTube.
The YouTube.
The YouTubes on the internet.
The
Enter.
in I mean, I used to watch like shows and crap like that, but like now I just list crap on eBay. It's just like,
Whoa,
I can't.
careful.
And then everyone is boring on eBay now. Like, I mean, on eBay, everybody who talks about eBay on YouTube is boring to me now. Pretty much everybody, and so I can't even watch that anymore. So I just have nothing interesting to watch anymore.
Somebody. Oh,
Somebody,
nothing. Never mind.
oh, okay. Michelle, are you listing stuff on eBay?
Yep.
Nice.
I decided I'm done. I listed like 40 things today.
Yeah,
Ooh,
I did
nice.
about 40. Tomorrow I'm gonna sit at my desk and be a boss.
I wish I
Not-
could do 40. There's not enough time in the day for me.
Well, that was like all day for me. So
Yeah. I want to do that. Like, I wish that I could be at home and list 40 items. Like, by the
How-
time I get off work and then eat dinner and feed the dog and blah, blah, blah. Oh, I pulled a Rob. Blah, blah, blah.
You pulled a Rob, you made a bunch of excuses.
Exactly.
Oh, that
You
too.
fed the dog.
You fed the dog.
Dog.
You need to eat a hot dog.
Bada
and feed
bee,
the dog.
bada boo.
You know the
I don't talk like that. Why you guys make fun of me?
I'm not making fun. I love it, Rob.
That's not making fun.
Yes,
Yeah,
Rob. I
You want
only
to hear
make,
something funny?
I don't make fun of people I don't like. If I didn't like you, I'd just kick you out. So whatever.
So there's a you know who Nick Hill is, right? You know who he is, right?
Is he
So-
related to Jonah Hill?
No, he's got YouTube. He's one of the guys that you think are boring because they do eBay talking on YouTube.
Oh yeah,
So-
I don't know who that is.
But anyway, they're from England, you know. So
That sounds
it's
boring.
funny because what?
I said that sounds boring.
So he's like, wow, him and his friend, they're like, wow, we really love your accent. I'm like, my accent sounds like shit. What are you talking about? Like, these guys are from England with the real English, like, bo 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 bo. And I'm singing, like, boo, 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 you know, bullshit. And they're like, oh, wow, I love your accent. It's so sterling, or some shit like that. And I'm like, what?
It's because they like the ba 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 and the doodly doodly doo.
Yeah.
Nick's the one that they bought out, like a old automotive shop,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Well, I talk to him a lot because, you know, he goes to a lot of concerts, so I always like to bullshit about concerts. Anybody who goes to concerts, I'll talk with.
Oh, you're discerning. Like you won't just talk to anybody. They have to meet a specific They have to meet specifications.
Yes, I have a checklist.
Oh,
You
shit.
have to treat me like shit. Rob only Rob comes on here because I make. The only reason you come around is because I make fun of you a little bit.
No, because you're the only one that lets me come on.
The glutton for punishment.
You're the only one who lets me come on.
Rob, what was your
Rob.
first concert? Just curious.
Well, I couldn't hear. I'm sorry. What'd you say again?
Your first concert.
My first concert was
Not like show. Not like a punk rock show. Like your first concert.
Yeah, probably Marcy.
I'm sorry.
Mine was
Rob.
Rod Stewart.
Rod Stewart. And that was in California?
Yep.
Now that's where you're from and you live there and you've been there forever. You love California. I wish they could be California girls, the whole thing.
Yep, I just wish it was cheaper. I wish I could move out every day.
Yeah, well, don't come to the East Coast because it ain't cheaper.
Don't come to Seattle. It's not cheaper here either.
Stay away from Portland because it is expensive as fuck.
Basically, what
Yeah.
we're saying is move to like Kansas.
Yeah, pretty much.
See,
Minnesota.
Move to Antelope.
Minnesota.
It's not
No,
cheap
even
over there
Minnesota
either.
is not even that cheap.
Yeah. I just need to
The
move out.
South.
I just want to move outside of Los Angeles. Because really, outside of Los Angeles would be.
See,
It's
Corey will
cheaper.
tell you where it's cheap to live. He'll tell you about Louisiana.
Argentina. It's not cheap to live in Louisiana anymore either, dude. It's expensive.
Really?
It's very expensive.
It went up?
The United States is a very expensive place to live, dude. Just everywhere. There's no cheap place to live anymore.
Argentina?
Argentina's cheap as shit.
But then you'd have to like live there.
Yeah, and
Exactly.
that sucks because people. I know, I don't like own any guns, and I'm not like into guns, and I don't know. I've had some pretty serious episodes involving guns and that kind of thing. But in Argentina, the only people with guns are the criminals. And yeah, dude, you get robbed. There's lots of videos. There's this guy who filmed a video of this guy trying to like steal his backpack, and it went like viral. It's a pretty crazy video. Guy's like riding his bike. This dude just walks out with a gun right in front of him.
What?
Oh yeah, can't believe you haven't seen this video. It went like totally viral. Let me find it.
There's one that's really badass in Brazil. That the guy. So one guy rolls up to another guy on a motorcycle. So the guy jumps off of the back of the motorcycle, right? Steals the one guy's motorcycle, right? Then across the street, a cop gets out of his like car and just shoots the guy right in the head right there. I was like, well, what? It just happened like do. I was like, holy shit. Shit happens crazy around, you know.
But like, doesn't that? I mean, I don't know. I could be wrong, but I feel like that happens every day in LA.
Nah, LA is not even a dangerous city anymore.
All right, watch this. Wait, watch this, guys. I'm gonna screen share. I want to show you this because a very similar thing happened to me.
I listened to a police scanner in LA, and there's
Watch. Can everybody see the screen share here? I'm gonna do this here. Watch this. Dude's riding on a bike path. There's two people in front of him, and look, this dude rolls up. Look, rolls up on a motorbike, a new-looking motorbike, brazen, no mask, nothing.
Oh my god.
Gaucho style with the bandana.
You know,
I'd be like, what the?
there was a huge look. There's people riding by on bicycles. I guess the
What
thing about
fuck?
Argentina is there's no fucking bullets.
There's no police either there. I don't see.
No, there's no police anywhere, dude.
Yeah,
The police,
see, that's another.
the police are like totally part of the whole crime thing too.
Ugh.
That guy,
Yeah, that's
like,
one thing here in New York. You call the police, they're there in 30 seconds. You know.
yeah. So, pretty crazy. So the violent crime like that there is just, I mean, it's crazy. Like people get out of taxi cabs and they just like rob you.
This is so scary.
Yeah, getting hit. I got hit in the head pretty hard with the barrel of a 9mm pistol. Knocked me kind of almost unconscious. I was still standing up, but I was like so dazed. I didn't know, like, time kind of slowed down. But yeah, I totally got robbed at gunpoint. It was right after my daughter was born. I thought I was gonna die.
So gnarly.
Yeah, dude.
And Argentina is one of the safer countries in South America. I mean, forget about it.
No, it's
Venezuela,
not.
Brazil,
Brazil's
Colombia.
relatively safe. Colombia is extremely safe, actually.
Forget about
Colombia?
it.
Yep. Colombia is very safe. I lived there for almost 2 years, dude.
Where? In where? Medellin?
Not in Medellin, but Medellin is much safer than the president of Spain built a library up in the favelas in Medellin, and it's become much
You're a
safer.
Medellin.
I'm
Cali?
sorry. I've
He said
been.
you're a Medellin.
I lived in Cali for about 3 months. That was a violent.
Barranquilla?
I've been to Barranquilla. I lived in Bucaramanga for about 3 months. Bucaramanga. I've been all over the country. I've been to the island of Tyrone, not Tyrone, the island of Gorgona, which most people have never even heard of. It's got like living dinosaurs on that motherfucker.
Damn.
What up? Look up the.
I know Colombia got better than it was 20 years ago. Venezuela is the worst.
Yeah,
Nothing worse.
well, the economy has collapsed and
Yeah.
it's not recovering. So there's no goods and services, and society is broken down pretty good. So they just created their own cryptocurrency that they're trying to like mitigate all the fraud through, but it's not. It's just fraud is fraud. Anyway,
Go meet some Colombian ladies down there. They got some pretty looking ladies down there.
we got pretty looking ladies everywhere.
They probably have nice hair.
I am gonna go watch some TV with my husband. So
Yep. See ya.
good night.
Good night. I'm gonna go to bed too. Everybody,
Bye,
lovely
guys.
to see everybody. See you. Bye, everybody in the chat.